welcome to Growth Rising. I'm Bird, and on this channel, we talk about all things dealing with astrology. And so we've been going over the Mars placements now. And so if you watched the Mars and Aries video, today we're going to be doing Mars and Taurus. And just knowing the Aries and the Taurus, you can already kind of figure that these two Mars placements are pretty different. But yeah, so if you are not sure of what your Mars placement is, you can always go to Google and type in free birth chart calculator and type in your birthplace, time, and day. And you'll be able to see where Mars was in your chart. So if you are to find all of that and you see that your Mars was in Taurus when you were born, let's just say, yes, you have some stubbornness in you. But I mean, that's given, Taurus is a pretty stubborn sign. But yeah, so a Taurus is not as quick to make decisions about any and everything. They want to think something through first. And also, Taurus is ruled by Venus. So you also have to look at where Venus is at to see if Venus is comfortable, to see how Mars is. But let's just go back to the Mars and Taurus. So Mars and Taurus, you could think about what you want first, because these people are not going to be quick to move. They want to think about it. And once they have thought about it and they feel confident in whatever decision that they're about to make, then they're going to stick with it. There's no turning them away from it, because they're like, this is what I have decided. This is what I have chose. And this is how it's going to be. There's not going to be going back and forth, because it's like, now I have my eye on the prize, and this is what I see the prize as. So they're going to keep going in whatever direction it is. And if you try to get them off that path, you'll be better off talking to a wall, because once they make their mind up, that's just what it is. It's not going to be no, okay, maybe I should second guess myself, because they're like, hey, I done thought about it. I done thought this through. And these people are also very much goal oriented. They want to reach some kind of goal. That is what drives them. That is what keeps them going. It's not so much as just doing something just to be doing it, just because. It's more of, I want to see, the certain outcome that I have planned for whatever it is. If they are thinking like, okay, I need a new car. They're not going to be like, let's say, these people just have money to go out and just buy a new car. Even in this economy right now, they have, just some money in the bag. They just like, okay, I want to go out and buy a new car. So let's say if it was an Aries Mars, they have the money. They're going to be like, oh, I like that car. I want it. I'm going to get it. That's cool for them. Taurus is not going to do that. Taurus is going to be like, let me look up some stuff about these cars. And Taurus gonna want to throw something luxurious into it. So they're not gonna just want anything. They want to make sure their car is gonna be able to withstand, throughout the year. Because they're not gonna want something that's gonna break down on them within a year. No, they're gonna want something they know is durable and that can last. So they're gonna do their research, and they're gonna look in different car lots. Then they're gonna get their car. And once they choose whatever car they want, they will wait until they get that car, because they have patience, because they're not going to be quick to move anyway. They're going to have patience. I keep trying to think of this Pokemon that was like, I always like to eat and sleep. Anyway, yeah, I know it was like a little side thing, and it just, I don't know, my Gemini be showing sometimes. Y'all know that. And I'm sorry for anybody new here, but yeah, sometimes that Mercury be Mercury in my chart, and I just like I am now explaining this, and we're talking about Taurus, nothing about Mercury or Gemini. Yeah. So anyway, that's why I have notes right here, just so I can stay on track. These people are also driven by security. They want to know, like what's coming next. Like, routines do not bore these people so much. They want to know that they are secure in whatever it is that they're doing. They want to make sure that that is not too much spontaneity going on, because it just won't make them feel as comfortable, and they love to feel comfortable. You know, Taurus is about comfort. Mars is in Taurus. Mars don't want to have to nook if they book. They don't want to do that. They want to be comfortable and have a pretty pleasant life. And like I said, don't try to rush these people. And also some Taurus Mars may be slower to arouse because, you know, they're not just like sprinting. They want to play the long game. So once you get these people like to that point to where they're, you know, ready for sex with you, they can have long stamina. They can last for a while. They can keep going and going and going because now they're there. And they're not just going to be like, let's just get our O and keep going. They're going to want to make sure that both of you are being pleased with the activity. And also with these Mars signs, they like to experience all the senses during sex, especially smell and touch. Smell and touch. You know, Taurus is about touch. Yeah, so smell and touch, and they also likes to likes. They also like to have, you know, like one partner instead of like having 50 different partners. Not saying that none of them will, because you also have to look at other stuff in their charts. They would prefer to have a steady partner because Taurus likes things steady. They like steady motion. They want a steady partner. They want a steady race. They want to keep things steady, and they may not be the type of people who always want to spice it up in, you know, a lot of different ways. They're not always trying to try something new, but just think about it. They want to make sure that you're pleased as well as themselves. So, yeah. So, if you were born with a Taurus Mars, I want to know what you resonated with and what you feel like I left out or skipped over. And I hope that you have a good one.